Okay. Good evening, and happy Thursday. All right, so excuse that delay in getting ready. First of all, I added some more people to my page, so I always like to say hello and welcome all of my new friends. So welcome. Thank you for sending the request. I'm looking forward to interacting with you all and connecting. So yes. Okay, so my name is Alice. I am the divorce boss, Empowerprenuer. And just to give you a little bit about myself, I do have a story pinned to the top of my Facebook page with regards to why I have a heart for helping other women transition after a divorce. Okay, so here's my story. I was married for 17 years, almost 20 years, have 4 children. And from the time that I was a little kid, all I wanted to do was to be married. Okay, so I got married, had 4 children. Divorce was never anything that I thought I would have to experience. Um, anyway, so fast forward, here I am. And so now I do realize that that was one of the worst experiences that I've ever had to deal with in my entire life. And if there's anyone that has been through a divorce, I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. Very, difficult situation to kind of pick up the pieces and move on from, especially after so many years. And so my topic today is basically steps to detach from your marriage after a divorce. And I have just a few things. I'm not going to be here very long, but the first thing is to try to connect to who you were prior to getting married. Um, Pick up where you were, what your goals were. What were you doing before you got married? What were your goals? What were your dreams? Think about where you are, and if you have completed that dream or you're still on your journey, pick up where you left off before you got married. Because what happens is when you get kids coming and you have that other person that you're responsible for nurturing and taking care of, sometimes you can kind of lose yourself in the process. Not everyone, but most of the time when you get married, you are now sharing, of course, of yourself completely. So with that being said, you want to go ahead and connect to the person that you were before you got married. Start anew. I'm not saying that this is going to be an easy journey, because it is not. And when I tell you, it has been one of the most difficult transitions I have ever had to make, especially when you are used to living a lifestyle with this person for so long. Now you're back on your own. Okay. Is it doable? Absolutely. Is it difficult? It can be, but you can do it. And that is what I'm here to share with you. Okay. So connect yourself to who you were before you get married. Look at all the things that make you happy, what your goals are. Get yourself on a task. Get yourself a support team. A support team. Connect with people like myself. I belong to a divorced women's group. And to be honest with you, going through it with others make it a little bit easier to go through, because now you understand that you're not alone. You're going to go through a couple of different phases. You're going to go through a point of where you're grieving for yourself, and you don't normally associate the word grief with a divorce, because you think grief maybe someone passing away or transitioning, going home to be with the Lord, those things. But grief is very real where divorce is concerned, because you've been spending your life with this person. Like you have just separated from somebody that you've been with for a very long time, in most cases. some, in most cases it's a long time, some not so. Some divorces maybe not as dramatic or traumatic as other. But my point is this: you want to connect with women that are where you are, so you can kind of lean on each other, if you may. There's a sisterhood there. I belong to a divorced women's group. And a lot of encouragement comes from there. You realize that you're not alone and that your thoughts and your emotions are pretty common, because, you're going through those same emotions with other women, maybe different stages of that whole situation. So you want to do that. And I'm very, very thankful. Shout out to Facebook for having all types of groups. And thank you so much to all the creators, to all the creators of this divorce group, women's group that I am in. So that's one thing. You want to connect with other people. You don't want to go through it by yourself. You don't want to try to break through, get through a divorce by yourself. You don't want to do that. You want to connect with other women that are going through. You want to connect with counselors. You want to go ahead and get some counseling there, because I can't speak for everyone, but I can say you will question yourself. You will question whether you're worthy, that I do this wrong. Am I good enough? Maybe, maybe life shouldn't go on, all kind of things, go through your mind. You start feeling worthless. You start feeling unworthy. You start feeling undesirable. Again, I can't speak for everyone, but you go through this really dark space in your mind. Not all women, just depends on, it's an individual basis. Of course, I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. However, I know that there's other women that have gone through this, and it is pretty traumatic. Now, next steps, after you connect with the women that are going through, you're getting counseling. You definitely want to get to the root of the pain. The pain is very, very intense pain, because you, especially if you have children with that person, you can't just snap your fingers and just be okay. If you can, kudos, good for you, but that's not always the case. So you want to definitely, go back to the root of things. You want to seek spiritual counseling, because at the end of the day, that spiritual counseling is what is going to afford you the opportunity to be able to move forward, because everything in the natural starts at a spirit from inside first. So you want to find ways to heal yourself, right? You have to heal yourself. You can't, just pick up the pieces and just, start running. It just doesn't work that way. So whatever it is, your spiritual backing, your spiritual foundation is, you want to do that. You want to, if I may, amplify that time that you spend in prayer. I don't want to automatically assume that everyone is a believer. However, I can only speak for what the things that I did that might help me, or that did help me get through. And that was definitely spending a lot of time in prayer. I give glory to God, because to be honest with you, I just don't think that I could have made it. And I'm still pressing my way through, because every now and then, to be very transparent with you, every now and then those thoughts come back. What did I do wrong? Maybe I should have did this. Maybe I should have did that. And then you have to remind yourself that God says that he is with you. He's always with you, and that he's pleased with you. Now, areas that you need to grow, absolutely. Always welcome growth and change. In fact, I learned a lot of things about myself, and a lot of things in areas that I did not see when I was inside the marriage, that I learned after the marriage. But that's a whole nother video. So back to the topic, which is steps to detach yourself. Okay, so we talked about getting yourself with a group of women that are all going through, so you can lean on each other. Got that. We talked about getting counseling. We talk about you spending time with God and understanding that you are not alone and that He is with you. Okay, that He is able to get you through any and every situation. What you want to do is to continue to remind yourself of all the other times that you were in a situation and you just thought you couldn't get out of. The good thing about God is that it doesn't matter how big the situation or how small the situation. He's a deliverer, and He will deliver you. He will make he will make good on His promises, because that's what He does. He's a promise keeper. So that right there, in a nutshell, would probably be the three most important things: seeking God, getting around people who have been where you are so you don't feel alone, and getting spiritual counseling to help you to cope and get through, because life cannot stop after a divorce. It can't just stop. It has to go on, and God still has a whole lot to do with your life even outside of the marriage. And to be honest, that right there is the most important thing in life, period, is so that God can do what He needs to do in your life, and so He can use you in the world, whatever that is for you. For me, I had to just be obedient. When one day I just woke up and in the middle of the night, and He said, I want you to empower some other divorced women. And I'm being honest with you, I dilly dallied around probably for about a year, a little over a year, probably. No, probably less than a year. But anyway, I'm here now, and out of obedience, this is what I'm doing this live for now. So that is that. Detaching yourself is not going to be an easy thing. You're going to take it day at a time. You're going to stay prayed up. You're going to connect with other women that are going through. You want to connect with women who have been where you are, so that you can get to where you're trying to go. Those are the things that are most important as far as detaching yourself. Get your ground and get your footing. Increase your walk with God. Identify what your purpose is. There's no time period on when the healing will be over, because, again, very transparent with you, it's a process. It's a process. Okay. And so, but yeah, so that's it. I want to just kind of start off light, because I have a whole lot to share on the journey to knowing that you are worthy, and knowing that you are significant, and understanding that I'm not a relationship expert, obviously, but I will tell you this: getting to know the love that God has for you is going to help you to maneuver past life, period. And it's going to help you to be strong and understand that you are worth everything that you want, everything that you need, everything that you desire. You're worth it. And there's nothing wrong with you. However, don't turn a blind eye to the areas where we need to grow as well. So that is it. I just wanted to jump on. I am really, really fired up about being able to empower some women on a level, to let them know that your life isn't over after a divorce. You can pick up the pieces and you can move forward, and you can live your best life. You certainly can. And so that is it. I am making a commitment to be here every Thursday at 8 o'clock. I apologize for getting started a little late. I had some challenges on the business side of my life, but I will see you all back here next Thursday for my empowerment session, Divorce Boss, Empowerprenuer, divorced but not defeated. Thank you so very much, and I look forward to seeing y'all again next week. And I'm very prayerful that this is going to help someone understand life is amazing. Life is amazing. And it's okay if you're not, still married to that person. It's okay. God can still use you, and you still have an amazing life ahead of you. And I am so excited about and just sharing that with you moving forward. So again, it's Alice Cheathem. I am really, really, really so excited about this journey that I'm on. So I want y'all to have a blessed night. And I will see y'all back again next Thursday at 8 p.m. And I will post what the topic will be. So thank you and good night.